Hey everybody, welcome to my little channel, I should say my kitchen. I am Bea from Thermomix, and today I will be introducing a recipe. It's an American recipe, so for those of you that don't know how to search Cookidoo and make sure that you are able to allocate American recipes, just let me know, I'll be happy to help you. But basically, if you have a look and you search in your search bar chickpea patties or patties with lemon kale salad, you will be able to find this recipe. And what we will be doing today, I will just be showing you the portion of the chickpea patties. So this is part of my meal tonight. I won't be making the salad portion, but I will be making the chickpea patties and showing you how easy it is to incorporate a meat-free version that you can have and serve to your family. So a wonderful little recipe. What I have gone ahead and done is I've cooked up a massive batch of chickpeas to use throughout the week. And I've used it over 3 different meals. I cooked up 500 grams worth of raw chickpeas and used my TM6 with the blade cover to slow cook those, and did those in 2 batches, and they came out perfectly. So I will be using those chickpeas in this recipe today. So let's get started. If you have any questions, by the way, feel free to include them in the comment section below and give this video a thumbs up. That would be fantastic. So just to let you know, the very first thing to do is get out your muffin tin and give that a little bit of a spray. Spraying it, it's a 12 muffin or 12 hole muffin tray. And what we'll be doing is preheating our oven, and it says on here 400 degrees Fahrenheit, which is roughly 205 degrees centigrade. So that is what we'll be doing in preparation for that. That's a little bit later after we've mixed this up, because it does actually say to put your tray in the fridge. Anyway, let's get to this. First part is 4 ounces of leek. So make sure leek is a veggie that is pretty sandy. Make sure that you chop them and rinse that off very well to get rid of the sand. So that's 4 ounces. Put that into your bowl. We're basically going to be doing the base of our chickpea patties. So that's 4 ounces worth of leek. Now remember, if you have a TM6, it's going to automatically change that recipe, even a TM5, from your metric version to non-metric. So that's why the ounces come up automatically for your scales, so you don't need to worry about anything that is guided for you. So adding 2 cloves of garlic, that will be included, and then half an ounce of extra virgin olive oil. You can use any oil that you have, so not too much. That's it. And then place your lid on, and this will blitz up in 4 seconds on speed number 5. A great little tip for you guys, the reason the oil's been added, I'm going to now scrape this down, is because that helps to make sure that the whatever you've chopped is not going to stick onto the side of your bowl and will slide down easily. So let's, without the measuring cup, so we're going to remove that, rock that out, and then we're going to cook this for 3 minutes. And as indicated on here, it says 250 degrees Fahrenheit. That's on speed number 1. So what we'll be doing is basically sweating off those leeks. So I'll show you the rest of the ingredients that we're going to have for this recipe, just so that I can run through those. There's a couple of minutes before, obviously, while this is cooking, I'll just explain. We're going to have those chickpeas. You absolutely can use tinned chickpeas. Make sure you rinse them properly. If you are going to be using or keeping the aquafaba fluid or liquid that comes with your tinned chickpeas, you can actually make meringues out of that. So have a look on your Cookidoo recipes and type in aquafaba meringues, and you can be making your own egg-free versions. So let's see if any of you guys would love to try that recipe out. I'm just going to do something. I've just realized what I forgot to do. So I'm making this recipe a vegan recipe this evening because I don't eat any meat, and in this recipe it calls for 1 egg. So what I have in place of that is an egg replacer. I don't know if you can see that, and I just needed to remember to make up the egg quickly before I forget. I should have done it before I went online. That basically is 1 tablespoon of the egg replacer and 2 tablespoons worth of water, and it just says to let it sit. So I was just making that. Alright, so 1 egg is what it calls for, some breadcrumbs, and all I did was place a slice of bread inside my machine and blitz that up on speed number 9 for a couple of seconds until it looks obviously like breadcrumbs. So also included in the recipe is some toasted pine nuts, and then also the skin or the zest of a lemon, and then also some lemon juice, and then some salt as well. If you wanted to, you could actually swap this out and use some veggie stock if you wanted to, but this is basically the ingredients for this. And it is baked in, as I say, it's 400 degrees Fahrenheit, which is equivalent to 205 degrees centigrade, so 200 degrees, and that's cooked for roughly 20 minutes. So you'll be able to have some chickpea patties that you could use, obviously in this recipe that Cookidoo is doing, is chickpea patties with lemon kale salad. So you can serve that with a salad, a great addition, something different. So the next part of this recipe, I'll just show you what this looks like. So that is the leek that has been cooked. So I love that the machine is doing all the hard work for me. I don't have to do any of the stirring. The blade is actually doing the stirring for me. And then, as I say, this is 15 ounce worth of chickpea. So basically, in my opinion, it's quite a bit. I think it's a bit more than the 250 that we would have. I should have done an exchange, you know, a swap over conversion, but I didn't. It just says 15 ounces, and because I already had made those chickpeas in bulk, I just weighed that out beforehand. So you may need to just double check if it's 1 or 2 tins of your chickpea that has been drained. All right, 1.5 ounces of your breadcrumbs. So pop that in. This lemon smells so good, my word. All right, so the next ingredient, as I said, was the egg. So if you're making this as a vegetarian option, then absolutely add this. I was mixing it around. I mean, I let it sit, and I need to mix it around because it's gone a little bit solid, which is okay. All right, so this is the egg going in. And then the next thing is 1 ounce of toasted pine nuts. It smells like popcorn in my house at the moment, actually, because of the pine nuts. All right, then 1/2 ounce of Dijon mustard. And I've forgotten to get it from the fridge, so please excuse me. Isn't it always like that? Anyway, so 1/2 ounce of that. Let me just get my spoon as well. So let's see. That was basically just a heaped teaspoon, so not too much. And then your lemon zest. So I went ahead and did that ahead of time. Pour that in. And then just 1 ounce, which isn't a lot, of the freshly squeezed lemon juice. Pour that in. It's not a lot. I'd say it's probably 2 tablespoons worth. And then 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Now it does say to taste. So you might find that if you make this recipe once and it's a little bit too little, just add an extra. All right, what we're going to do is add our lid on, and we'll be able to process this speed 5 seconds. Alright, and then it said scrape down the sides and then do that step again. So 5 seconds, speed number 5. I'll show you what this looks like. So it is quite chunky. There we go. And just make sure that's all scraped down, and then just repeat that. So place your lid on, up to speed 3 it says, not speed 5. Alright, and then the next thing it basically says is to divide the mixture into your muffin trays, and it says approximately 1.5 ounces each, and press them down and refrigerate. So that was the reason why the oven doesn't go on automatically. I will actually show you it smells so good. The texture of it, it is quite meaty. You still have a bit of the chickpeas in it, so it doesn't look exactly like hummus, and definitely some elements of the leek are in there as well. So what I will do, I will just explain to you then what the rest of the recipe says with regard to the chickpea patties. Once you've divided that, I think the reason they want you to put it in the refrigerator is to make sure that it's hardened and it won't burn on top. And then it says preheat your oven to, as I say, 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 200 degrees centigrade. And then what you want to do is bring it out of that refrigerator, and it actually says to spray the top of the patties. So in other words, get out your coconut spray or your oven spray that you would put inside your muffin tray, and then make sure you put that in your oven for 18 to 20 minutes, and then it says look for crispiness and brown on top. So, and then basically that's it. I'll show you what this is basically what the patty looked like on the recipe. It wasn't too much on the picture. It looked like it was almost like a disc of the mixture. I haven't made this recipe before, so you guys are seeing this firsthand. But there we go. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to fill this tray up. I'll take a photo of the end result so that you can see what it looks like, and I'll let you know if my family give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. In my case, it will always be a thumbs up, but I don't know about them. Anything meat-free, I'm in for it. I don't know about them so much. But I will let you guys know. If you have any questions about this recipe or you need to know some more information, please feel free to contact me. My name's B. Olsen. I'm from Thermomix, and hope you have a great afternoon. Take care.